he?
He's stop mucking around.
Okay, guys, let's just see how your recovery's going. Tom, 3 Toms here. So Tom Pearson, first of all, how's your recovery going? How near do you feel you are?
I'm completely signed off as of about 3 weeks ago, so I should be able to participate in most of the pre-season. It's just about getting completely fit now. So with Tina and Melvin trying to sort of get fit, I suppose.
Just a matter of match fitness now, is it? The injuries all right?
Still got to strengthen, but then it's just getting match fitness now and trying to see if I can play.
And fit enough to play this weekend, play some involvement? You think, maybe?
Probably not, no.
Not this week, not this weekend, but some point during pre-season, you hope?
Hopefully, yeah.
How's the recovery going? Is this about the time you thought you'd be back?
Probably, yeah. I think it's 11 months it was set for, and it's been around that, I think. So he was pretty happy when I signed off, so I've just got to keep pressing forward with the recovery now.
Okay, good luck with that. Sonny, how's the shoulder?
Yeah, need to laugh at that. Yes, to be honest, it's no different to what it was. I still need to have an operation, but our good old NHS system isn't as good as it is, to be honest. But so privately, I'm just waiting to see a consultant on that, and then hopefully I'll be able to take part in some of the pre-season games, strap it up like I was last season, and I'll probably miss a month and a half after having it done, but it's something that needs to be done. So otherwise, it's just going to keep happening. So once it's all sorted, I'll be booked in to have the operation.
So you'll have a month out, but until then, playing
until
as
then,
active parts before.
Just have to see how it goes. I think obviously I'd like to play as many games as possible, but it all depends obviously who Steve picks, and obviously it's nice to get a pre-season under your belt. I think as centre half and players like that, bigger players like Fippo, I think it's good to have a pre-season under your belt, before you go and see. I think you're always playing catch up otherwise. So hopefully get the pre-season out of the way, have the op, and then hopefully by the time I come back, the boys will be sitting top of the league.
Let's hope so. I suppose the problem is if you're conscious of it, got to make sure you don't land on that side. That can affect your game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it does. I think probably towards the end of last season, form probably dipped a little bit. I think, but you're always conscious of it. It's until it come back out of Dulwich. Dulwich was the one where when it ended up halfway down my chest. It's not very nice. I've got to work and things like that. So it is what it is. But hopefully, once it's all sorted, that'll be it.
And was it something like 12 dislocations? How many times have you done it then?
I think it's 7 or so. You have to ask my mum if she keeps count.
Yeah, that's where I got the 12 from. Slightly exaggerated a bit there. Okay, Tom, first of all, on yours, you had the operation just before the playoff final, wasn't it?
Yep.
How's your recovery going?
Yep, it's going well. Training with the not so fit ones at the minute out here with Melv. So probably a couple more weeks with Melvin, and then back into proper training in a couple of weeks before. Yep.
So you'll be ready for the start of the season as before?
Yep, hope so. Yep.
How frustrating was it last year? Because you were able to play, but obviously it was not full games. It
was never as good as it was before the injury. Yeah, it was literally one of those ones that wouldn't go away all season. So definitely needed the operation. Frustrating last year, only getting 20 minutes or so. Hopefully having it done now should be alright. But obviously it needs a couple more weeks before I can go in properly.
Yeah, so at the moment it's getting those minutes, isn't it, back again, isn't it?
It's doing that as well, but I think it's still a little bit of recovery in terms of the tendons was part of the problem as well at the minute, so just trying to strengthen them up and then should be back into it. It
was the same game you did your injuries, Tom, you did yours, which was in September. How near are you to play?
If you'd asked me last week, I probably would have said I was quite close. Obviously, things start to get a bit more intense, and now as they're getting intense you start to just realise what sort of weaknesses and things like that you have. So again, it's just a case of taking it sort of session by session, seeing where I'm at, and hopefully obviously the further it goes, the closer I get to actually getting back in and involved.
And so you and Melvin, between you, I guess, have just got to decide what pace you go and resist that temptation to go too quickly, is it?
Yeah, it's the same with any injury, of anything. Obviously, it's just the fact that it's just slightly longer term. The fact that it's been 9 months now, and yeah, like you say, like there's light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not trying to just race there and get there too quickly. It's a case of just taking it session by session, see how you react, see how you do in the sessions and things like that, and then you can next session you can then decide whether you want to up it, progress it, or sort of stay at a similar level, or if you need a bit of a rest.
Are you close enough to be able to say whether you might even take part a few minutes in some of the pre-season games, or would that be too early?
It's a little bit too early, I think. Again, like I say, it's a case of each session you pick up on certain weaknesses and things like that. And at the moment, I'm not game ready. I'm not ready to jump in. I haven't trained with haven't trained with all the boys at all. So it's getting used to all the contact and things like that in the training, and then obviously being confident enough to then take that into the game and feel comfortable in the game to know that you've got to put challenges in and you're going to get on the receiving end of challenges as well. So it's just a case of getting used to that in training, and then from there knowing whether I can then progress that into a game.
It was quite a serious operation. Bits of you taken from various parts of your body and involved in it, wasn't it? Tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, well, they took the graft they did to reconstruct my knee, or the ligament in my knee. They took a strip of my hamstring and then shaved it down, cut it down and used the healthiest part of that to then screw into the areas of my knee where the ligament was beforehand, and then obviously it's a case of then everything cementing around it, and then the screws eventually will dissolve, but they wouldn't have yet. So yeah, that's mainly what it is the fact that my hamstring's been weakened from the fact that they've taken parts away, and the fact that I was sat there sort of not being able to do much, so then I had a lot of muscle wastage anyway.
How much did having an operation like that affect your actual life away from football as well?
Oh, it had a massive effect. I mean, being at university and commuting to university, it's kind of a case that I had to speak to the tutors and whatnot before I had the operation for them to sort of understand the situation where I wasn't going to be in for a couple of weeks until I was able to drive again. And there was even a situation where I had to go in after about, I think it was 7 or 8 days, because it was essential for me to be there. I had to get the training and all my crutches and things like that. So it's not, it wasn't the most ideal situation, but once I was back driving, kind of day-to-day life became a lot easier and things like that. But yeah, like I say, for a couple of weeks that I wasn't out, it made life very difficult.
All right. Well, good to see you all in kit. Good to see you all involved in training. Thanks very much indeed, guys.
Lovely. Thank you.
Good season.
Thank you.